just because the numbers didn't align up or the timing or the plan didn't really fall the way it was supposed to fall. And now niggas got this different narrative of how they want to play it. But I know what's going on. I don't really, that shit is cool. They can play it however they want to play it, but I still know I'm an earner. I'm still where I'm at. I ain't.
And Roddy, this is why I'm here. Because I know you are in the black a lot.
Come on.
When it comes to your label, right?
You know what I'm saying?
Like, you definitely not one of them niggas would be like, yo, you know, when people talk about flop the center, usually we talk about, oh, the label gave him so much money, he's just saying, Roddy's made so much money for the label already, like, he could.
Nigga, it's 2022. I dropped a hit last year all over the radio.
So, but then this is when I get concerned. Because I'm on social media and everybody's like, yo, Roddy just disappeared.
Okay.
So now I'm like, man, don't tell me you're letting these niggas get to you.
Hell nah. You gotta understand, before the fame, I wasn't an Instagram nigga. They'll tell you I wasn't getting on Instagram live, taking pictures. I don't even take pictures of myself. I really be putting shit on 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 on drip every day. I'm throwing it on. Maybe I have a Nike Tech on. I go to the gym, throw some Nike on, whatever. But it's like, nigga, I'm really having this shit on and I don't take pictures. Having cars, having house, whatever. I don't take pictures of none of that shit. That's just not my personality. If a motherfucker don't understand that, then they just not a fan.
But the timing of you getting on social media, which I think, so you put out a snippet, right? Why did you get on social media so quick? It felt like it was reactionary.
I feel like shit. The top of the year, you go back to Instagram. Top of the year, I posted a picture. New year, new goals. What I meant by that is, I gotta do what I gotta do. I gotta pop up. Cause niggas saying I disappeared. In my thinking, I ain't disappeared. I've been in my skin this whole time. Shit, I'm here. But I guess maybe the world need to see me a little more present. I guess maybe the world need to hear this music a little more clear.
I think they wanted to see the rollout. So it's like, okay, what comes with a rollout is like, you know, and it's for every artist. Like, you know what I mean? It don't matter who's dropping. Mm-hmm. You know, I think there's only a select few who could maybe just drop the album and just let the album just speak for itself.
Do what it's gonna do, yeah.
They want to hear you. And we seen the Big Boy interview, but like I think they wanted to see more of you kind of embodying what this project was about and what it meant to you. Mm-hmm. And I think, you know, the internet started getting a narrative and they were like, well, we not seeing him no more, so he must be hiding. Mm-hmm. So then you drop the snippet, and then of course the internet doing what the internet do. So as soon as you kind of get off social media, they're like, oh, he's running from it. Mm-hmm. And I think that's where the internet is such a toxic place where like they latch on to anything that they could believe is real. And if that becomes a narrative, they're like, yo, well we got Roddy running from it because we tell him he made.
Right. And with that, like, boom, deactivate all the socials.
Why did you do that?
Right. It was a reason. It's my granny 80th birthday that day. She had a party. I pulled up on her. I was in Long Beach. I pulled up on her, gave her a hug, kiss, gave her some dough, and shoot, I went about my day, had a video shoot with Mozzie. I got a call that one of my close family members had a heart attack. Me and this family member, we never seen eye to eye, but just of time, 4 or 5 years, we don't talk, we don't see eye to eye. It's been a lot of like, and he's a strong, what would I say? A real stamp in my family. He's a real foundation in my family. Held it down for everybody, aunties, cousins, uncles, everybody. He look out for everybody. But we just as men, we ain't see eye to eye, and that shit fucked me up. You know what I mean? Like, just the possibility of him not being with me here no more. I couldn't have those conversations. We had conversations. He do construction. He been doing construction for 30 years. When I get that house, that 20, 25, $30 million house, nigga, you gonna come and go get the architects, draw the plans up. You ain't gotta build it, but we gonna do this shit together. So if you ever, see your fate and go see God, I always have something to represent you in this life. And like a lot of that shit kind of was just playing in my head, fucked me up. And I had another serious conversation with my pops about my son, certain things that could be going on. And a lot of that shit just kind of it was weighing down, and I felt like, even still too, I'm gonna be real and a human. Shit, with all the shit that's been going on the internet, I feel like I can't please shit. You know what I'm saying? With the album, this, that, and the third, I can't please nobody. Let me just back up a little bit, because this internet shit ain't never even been me. I've been trying to give my fans just a little taste of what we gonna give them. Just do what I'm gonna do, but this shit ain't working for me. So I ain't, it ain't a run thing. It's just like, shit, let me just fall back a little bit, take my time to think, really understand a lot of these situations. I ain't make no public, statement about nothing that I was going through. But a nigga go through shit just like anybody else in this world. We not superhuman. It's not like shit, we get to these points, we get famous and we don't have hearts and minds and we don't go through shit. I feel like a lot of people forget that. So, with all that shit being said, that's really a sum up of everything that was going on in one day. Future had a line in one of his songs. He said, I've been through more shit this year than a nigga been through in a lifetime. That shit, you go through, when you get to certain points and you got all these baggage on your back, sometimes you go through more shit than an average person. And it's not because God is picking on you, but it's just because you're chosen. It's a lot of shit that you gotta just weed through and get through and keep your mental strong. A lot of this shit is just practice for, you to keep climbing these heights and you to keep doing this shit on a high level. I ain't never, ran from it or said I don't understand it. I just always stand in my truth and understand what's going on and do my best to handle all this shit. I'm not running from nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just human. So at the end of the day, I don't want to hear from nobody. I don't want nobody DMing me, talk about I'm pulling up to LA on Super Bowl. Can we come kick it? All the shit. I don't want to hear that until Thursday or Friday when we already here. And if you in LA, pull up. I don't want to hear none of that shit the week before, because I knew what I had to do. I knew I got to go do these shows. I know I got to pop out in LA. It's so much shit going on in LA. That shit'll fuck you up. It's niggas. It's only 3 niggas left in LA that I can say that's really putting on for this motherfucker. Kendrick, YG, and me. When you really sit down and understand that, the type of baggage we got as niggas from this spot, you gotta understand what we going through as a unit, nigga. I ain't gonna say we down, but nigga, we gotta put this shit together. We gotta figure out the plan to really set this shit up, cause we really the West. We've been doing this shit for too long to really just stop and have soldiers being fallen, nigga. It's niggas out here just flopping. It's niggas falling. It's niggas. We gotta, you know what I mean? We gotta step up as the niggas, cause it's only 3 of us left.
I took it like this. I didn't feel any type of way about it. So the internet started going with whatever narrative.
100.
But I'm like, man, I forget. This man just dropped a project. Little title was like, please forgive me, I'm antisocial.
Right.
So I'm like, from me meeting you, you not the nigga who's just gonna be on social media giving people whatever reaction they want.
Right.
Or being there to whatever questions they have. So it's like, man, I don't need to be here.
Right.
And even the thing is, for me, even if you were there, I don't think I wouldn't have thought you'd have given answers in that format, because you're not that nigga.
I'm just giving a nigga maybe just some type of understanding of what's going on in my mind, because it's like you get these niggas these short answers and then it's like, all right, well, that's it. So now me sitting behind this mic talking to you, I'm trying to explain like this going on, that's going on, this going on. So you gotta just step in a nigga's shoes for a little bit to understand exactly what might be going on just in a whole broad scheme of shit.